The final part of our notepad for math and chemistry and stoichiometry is mole-mole, volume-volume relationships, aka this is actually the stoichiometry part. There you go. Now we're going to do both of these the same. I'm just going to model the mole to mole. You do the volume to volume exactly the same way. And we can use equations. Balanced. We're going to add this word in, balanced. Equations to determine the number of moles that can be produced from a certain number of moles of reactants. So if we have an equation of 2 hydrogens plus 1 oxygen give us 2 waters, what it means is we have 2 moles of hydrogen, 1 mole of oxygen, and they're going to combine to produce 2 moles of water. So we don't put that word mole right into our equation. Remember that equations is a simplified way of writing the reaction. So the question is, if we decompose 4 moles of water, how many moles of each reactant do we get? Each. So we're going to do this twice. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite my equation that's balanced. 2 water is made from 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. Now, what is given to us? We're told that we have 4 moles of water. So I'm going to put that 4 right above there, because it says 4 moles of water, and I'm looking to see how much hydrogen, so I'm going to put an X right above there. And I'm going to take these 2 pieces that I've got. Here's 1, and here's 2, and I can set them equal to each other. So now I have X over 2 equals 4 over 2. Now there's a lot of ways to do the math. We've talked about this. I'm going to go with cross multiplying because that's what people usually do. When we cross multiply, we end up with 2x equaling 8. Divide both sides by 2, and we end up with x equaling 4. For what though? 4 moles of H2. Okay, so that's for water. And hydrogen, it asks for each reactant. So now I'm going to go through, and I'm still going to have 4 moles of water. But now I'm wondering how much oxygen we need. So I'm going to take this and do a second equation. I'm going to write it in a different color so it's not as confusing. And we end up with x over 1, which I pulled right from here in the equation, equals 4 over 2. When we cross multiply, we end up with 2x equaling 4. Divide both sides by 2. X equals 2 moles of oxygen. And there's your final answer for both hydrogen and oxygen. You will do the same thing if you do volume to volume. You just put what volume you're starting with or ending with, and what you're looking for is the X.